not easy for me to get rocks up. But at this point, he's Goldingo fodder. So if I were to... I'm split F Torkoal though, I forgot. So, Torch Songs immediately. Just fine. I really want to stealth rocks here so badly. I suppose if I rocks help so much. Yes, I need to leave it in. Okay, getting up rocks there is big. This is an issue, but it's only an issue. It's substitute for sure since it's leftover, which is why I don't know why he's trying to set up. Since I have a fucking Roaring Moon. So it's either sub Terra Fairy, in which case Walking Wake would just walking wash him away. So what we'll do is gonna taunt here. This dude stays in and just attacks as if I'm not an attack boosted motherfucking roaring. I don't get it, but hey, that's fine by me. So maybe bro isn't very good. I don't understand that decision there, especially because he's leftovers. Very odd decision. So Skeledirge is gone, which opens up so much. Walking Wake was useful, but okay. Destroy Scarf? Yeah, I guess. Where does this guy get his points from? What's happening? Am I tripping? Even if you're a Scarf. Am I tripping? What's happening right now, guys? Like... Okay. I'm gonna just Torkoal here to get this party started once again. Trick Room, huh? That's very cool. It's actually very cool. Trick Room is not what I expected. And I gave him Sun on the out chance that he is Mystical Fire because of his Psychics. So his leftovers Trick Room. I still have Terra in hand. I'd assume the last move is... It doesn't matter what the last move is. There's nothing you can kill me with. I want to position Walking Wake for success. Yeah, Draining because nowhere is killing me. I could have seen him there. Obviously, he's going to die. Crit didn't matter. So Great Susk is under the sun. I do have Iron Spinner or whatever it's called. So EQs 1 turn of TR. So I could go 2 turns of sun. I mean, if this is a standard Tusk. Yeah, should be fine because Dragonite can't get anywhere unless it DDs or this Terras. So I should be naturally faster than D-Knight anyway. I should be able to just bulk up here. Yeah, it's the defense turn. I have the attack boost. The Rapid Spin did a good bit. Jesus. As he tries to spin. Thinking, is there anything that I'm foregoing here? Or forgetting? Body press. Why is that doing so much? Jesus. 19% and I'm bulked the fuck up. Okay, so hard switches to D-Knight because he realizes the smoke is not what he wants. I should be faster in this game. Even if I'm not faster, yeah. Even if I wasn't faster, it would still have been game. But yeah, that was a very odd game for a lot of reasons. The way he played around Walking Wake, and something I've come to learn. You know, like I'm recording here, and I'm like obviously playing with the intention of, you know, making the best plays and things of that nature. But sometimes a motherfucker is just on the ladder clicking stuff, you know, and hoping it works. And so if I always assume that every player, one, is thinking about the best possible thing to do, or thinking at all, then I could have put myself in a bad spot there, because I'm assuming, well, the guy is 1900. Certainly, there's something going on in that noggin of his. But if you watch the first 5 turns, was it? Or what walking weight killed like 3 mons in a row? Like, none of that made sense. There were other solutions he could have pulled out, especially since he had a Dragonite, right? Was Dragonite a counter? By no means. But it was certainly a better counter than sacking Breloom. So that was very interesting. He thought Breloom was going to live. But maybe that's just a lesson, right? Maybe he didn't know that it died. Didn't know walking away with that was that powerful. So, been there. Got to learn that the hard way. So, Valiance of the threat. Slitherwing upon bulking up could do some work, and could absolutely nothing as well. Could go either way, depending on what his sets are. If it's Specs Bolt, then it's Pulse just Bolt, man. It's because I know I'll speed it after a flame charge, so. And then Pex could be toxic. If it's AV Pex, that's actually better for me. If it's not AV, then that's better for Walking Wake. Walking Wake gets a kill pretty much every time it attacks. Once I remove Tinglu, Goldengo goes crazy. That's a great time with that young Shadow Ball. So we're going to be keeping our choice scarf in this one. Tricking Tinglu is not that big of an issue. We're moving upon DDing. Could sweep. That's a decent win con right there. That's what you call a decent win con right there. I'd have to commit to it, and if I get it wrong, I'm in trouble. Not very experienced with that Pokemon, so I have to be careful. As far as it, then, I don't have a Dragapult counter. And you always want to lead versus the thing that gives you the most issues. So it's Pex versus Goldengo. This would be such a lovely trick here. It's such a lovely trick. Is it worth it? It's just dawned on me. I don't need Scarf to do what I do. I'd want it for Polt as a caution. The issue is that if this is T-Spikes, I have no counterplay for that. If this T-Spike's toxic, what do I do here? I can go hard Roaring Moon and taunt. It's gonna be an issue. Let's see what it was. Yep. It's a very hard matchup. This particular set for my team is a very tricky matchup. Very, very. And I'm gonna have to blow this guy away. I can't play passively and wait for the setup opportunity. Not in this game. That fucking T-Spike matters a lot. So obviously we're going to be staring down Tinglu. The question is which... Tusk is going to have to get poisoned one way or the other. He T-Spikes again. Okay. So we're just going to Earthquake hard. Dragapult could come in. Which is risky, obviously. Dragapult. AV. If he's Hexpult, which I'm pretty sure he is, if he's lefties, he's not gonna knock me. He's not gonna knock me out. Earthquake's still the best play. Substitute. And that'll allow my Torkoal to spin. Man, is this fucking set a problem. Now the upside is that it can't knock out Goldengo, but my Tusk is dead. It won't die this turn, right? Actually, it's alive, so I get to spin. I'll need to reposition the spin. This actually forces him to go Valiant because he's not sure what my speed tier is. If he goes Tusk and I'm faster than him, yeah, excellent. So I force him to give up his speed, which is a big deal. Big deal. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna just attack him here because I can't have him. Yep. I should have rapid spin there. I don't know why I didn't rapid spin, but this worked out. Probably should have went Goldengo. My fear is that So I yawn this turn into spin. Yeah, yawn covers any kind of shenanigans and buffed away. Can't speak. Buffed away. So we managed to solve the toxic spike issue, at least temporarily, and we got rid of the T spikes, and we know that it's special. Good knock, but the big thing is that my Slitherwing is looking handsome right now. Sure, you know, but this is rocks for sure. I don't want my item knocked off. If I go hard Slitherwing here, again, it's the fucking pecs. If he knocks, that's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. He does knock. It's not the end of the world, because the pecs has to come in and eat. He made T spike. No. Yeah. So he loses them on, which is good. If he's gonna give the pecs up, he'll give the pecs up. The T spike does matter, but I can spin at any point. He gives the pecs up to the C spike isn't permanent. Now that Valiant's gonna try to come in, but as I said, he hasn't terrored yet, and the Valiant is my Torkoal is max Spadef. So if I can get a flame charge off now, it's a wrap. So I just gotta be patient, right? The thing we don't want to allow is for this Valiant to get boosted. So as useful as Walking Wake is, we're gonna just go for Hydro Steam here. I'm gonna go to Torkoal and make the correct decision. All right, we're gonna go to Torkoal here. We're gonna hit that yawn. After hitting yawn, we're gonna hit that rapid spin to free up our Slitherwing, because Tinglu is gonna get dropped. Yeah, excellent. And there should be nothing he can knock me out with, even if he had. Oh wow! So he puts the Valiant asleep, which is blessed. That is wondrous. That's wonderful, wonderful. Well, it depends on what his other move is, truth be told, because if I'm not careful, this could beat me back. So let me think if I care about the sun. I think poison does 12%, so the lava plume turn. I'll get the lava plume damage plus. Oh, so it goes hard, Lou. Which allows for me to go Slitherwing. Is there any downside to CCing? No. Tusk comes in, but Tusk is set up fodder. Either way. Tusk is set up fodder either way. Yeah, it's not doing that much. It's doing a lot more than I want. But I didn't want to switch. If I play correctly, Goldengo is going to win. If I bulk up enough, the iron, so the Valiant didn't burn any sleep turns, so I don't need a speed boost. So acrobatics here, just to avoid any kind of shenanigans. Because now all I need to do is hit Iron Hands twice, since I'm +1 defense, right? I could have continued to bulk up, but as I said, it's I think plus acrobatics in the CC will kill Iron Hands. So Tinglu, good play. Well, he's gonna fucking Terra into something. What did he Terra into? Did he Terra yet? He didn't Terra yet. He's gonna Terra into something else, which is annoying. Terra Fairy, damn. So he's gonna do EQ. That obviously opens up my Goldengo. Yeah. So now we're staring down. That Iron Hands is gonna be a bitch. I haven't Terra'd yet though. So my Terra bug Roaring Moon's looking really good right now actually. So let's say he goes Iron Hands here. As I go for Make It Rain. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go back to Slitherwing. I don't think there's any downside to that. If he goes to the Iron Hands, what's the worst case? I bulk up here into CC. I don't know why he'd If I CC'd twice, I think I 2-hit KO'd him. Thunder Punch. Because I don't think he can knock out Goldengo. This is close. I don't know if Goldengo can knock him out, though. I kind of want a Terra Flying. Because I think he might go for EQ. I don't know what these run. Okay, so it goes back to Tinglu. So what do? If I Shadow Ball spam Roaring Moon, Terras, and DDs, he forfeits. I don't think he should have forfeited yet because he didn't know what my Roaring Moon was. Now, if my Roaring Moon is just a regular ass Roaring Moon, of course he loses because all I need to do is sack Dragon Dance and he loses. So he knows that. But you know, it was like some weird Roaring Moon set, right? So I wouldn't have forfeited yet. But I disagree with him. Thunder Punch, Swords Dancing on my Slitherwing. But based on how much the fucking +1 did, it is 70. So maybe 2 wouldn't have killed him. But two would have done more. 2 would have done more than 1 + 1. The reason I didn't just CC is because if he Thunder Punch a turn, which I think was the better play. If he Thunder Punched the turn, then the CC drop would cause the Thunder Punch to kill me. If I bulk up and he Thunder Punch, he still 2-hit KOs me, but I get off a pretty strong hit. Well, I get yeah, because I just bulk up again, survive the next one, and then do like 90 as he kills me, versus doing, you know, what was it, 70? So, yeah. So we're facing Glamora. Again, T-Spikes is a huge issue for this team. T-Spikes was Breloom. Horrible matchup. So we're going to... What to do here? Funnily enough, I could go for broke. And try to Roaring Moon sweep him turn 1. Lead Jawlock, and then if he has Power Gem and Dazzling Gleam, though, that would be an issue. Okay, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I can just lead my AV Tusk and just spin turn 1. I can lead AV Tusk, spin turn 1. There are other solutions I have to Gambit if I need to. But this breaks the sash and baits out a potential attack, right? Because he's not expecting me to be a Soul Vest, which is blessed, right? And this means that I don't have to force T-Spikes for the rest of the game, right? Because he can't, Gamora doesn't use actual T-Spikes. So this allows for me to EQ into, I mean, unless he's going to Terra Grass. Yeah. And I can spin versus anything on his team except Cerulege. So this was a wonderful positioning. Now I could go Azu. But I don't think Belly Drum Azu is knocking me out from 40. So there's no way. There's no fucking way Azu is knocking me out. And so that allowed for me to T-spin. That allowed for me to rapid spin. So yeah, Azu comes in. As I said, there's no way. Unless he Terras this. If he jets and doesn't kill me, he's in trouble. Because I get the spin off and he wasted the turn. Because the Great Tusk is still alive. So I'm guessing he just went for liquidation. No way he belly drummed. Awful play. Awful play. I mean, top 10 worst plays of all time just now. Nah, not really top 10, but pretty bad. So the reason for that being, all I do now is, I won't even sack Torkoal because I doubt it dies. Oh, he play roughed. Oh, so I definitely get to keep Torkoal, which is blessed. Do I value Torkoal more than I value Tusk? Because if I go Tusk here, I give that up. What am I saving the sun for? I don't need the sun. Could do a sneak some stealth rocks in if I can. He hasn't used his Terra yet. The only downside is the fact that obviously the Loom's gonna come in and attempt to spore me. But I don't need my, once this fairy type goes, I can just Dragon Pulse spam, or even potentially Flamethrower spam. So it goes Scarlet, so Scarlet is gone. It's not Sash, I don't know why I thought it would be. As that's why I say that's a horrible belly drum, right? Because you don't solve the problem. So you opt for Loom. Loom's gonna have to spore. He could bulldoze first. Since he wasted the belly drum, the Azu is fodder. But this is Slitherwing fodder. So what I'm gonna do is Hydro Steam first. Sometimes they're not Sash. You might bulldoze first. I'd bulldoze turn one. Yeah, good play. You bulldoze turn one into spore. Goldengo is good, but I don't need it to be at full for any particular reason. Even if he bulldozes twice, I outspeed with the Choice Scarf, and that's all I need. Yeah, that's all I need. Well, that's not all I need, because the backs could come in. I still have Terra in hand, though none of my Terras really help me versus backs. Yeah, I just thought about that. That wasn't an ideal decision. Like, none of my Terras help versus backs. That's not true. My Great Tusk Terra does. So I'll just Shadow Ball hard. Yeah, that was a misplay there. I didn't need to trade Gold. All I needed was to position fucking Slitherwing in versus what he had. Thankfully, Glaive Rushes somewhat implies banned, but you know, I'm not 100 on that. So Glaive Rush. So now what you don't want to do is give him a free setup opportunity. Like, let's say I go Walking Wake and Dragon Pulse. If he goes to Azu, the Azu isn't the issue. It's with the backs comes back in. Let's say I Hydro Steam. Well, it's going to do a lot in the sun, right, Jam? Yes. If I Hydro Steam and he comes back in with the backs, that gives him a free setup turn, right? So I need to play in a way where backs never gets to set up. What to do? What I can do is, let me think. Tusk has the defense boost for one turn. He goes Azu. If I spin into EQ, I don't kill because I don't have any attack. If he Dragon Dances here, that'd be wild. Terra Fairy, it does Dragon Dance. The problem is I didn't have a counterplay to this particular sequence. My only bet here is to, I don't know why he wouldn't Glaive Rush. Yeah, I don't have a counterplay to this. Which is why the Goldengo turn was a bad play, right? Because I'm not considering the fact that backs is something I'm actually weaker to than I realized. Like, it dawned on me when the Goldengo turn, I was like, well, actually, maybe I should have. But then again, he could have been a lot of Terras. So even if I made it rain on the Breloom, he could have been something other than Terra Fairy. So we don't know that for sure. If I Terra here, yeah, I figured he'd Glaive Rush, which is why I didn't Terra. So I'm gonna do is go Walking Wake, and I'm gonna bluff the Terra Fairy, and I'm gonna Hydro Steam as he goes for Icicle Spear. He might not realize and just Glaive Rush anyway, but this is my only bluff. They do run Terra Fairy. CTC had Terra Fairy on this, so I'm gonna bluff the Terra Fairy here, because you'd be like, why would you go Walking Wake so fast? The quickness to which I went to Walking Wake is the thing, right? Okay, so it worked. He thinks I'm choice scarfed. Thinks I'm scarfed, which means what for me? So let's say he suckers here, knocks me out. Doesn't knock me out. Azu shouldn't kill. Oh, it does. Acrobatics. Yeah, I needed the Terra. Maybe I should have switched versus Gambit. Oh, he fucking aquajetted. Shit. Because now he just goes, it's all good. The crit. What did he crit? What did he crit? Did he crit something? Either way here, he just outspeeds me in glade rushes. So I didn't think through the last game, the last part cleanly enough. Because the Gambit, let me think about all the sequences. If versus Gambit, I go the Roaring Moon. Because what I needed to happen was Gambit. I think I needed to bulk up. I don't think that would have even worked. It would really depend, because even then, yeah, I'd have to think the end game through. Because what I'm thinking is that, okay, if I switch to the only way I'm winning is if I get a +1 on the +1/+1 on what's his face, the Slitherwing. So how would I get that? Let's say I go Slitherwing on Gambit. I go Slitherwing on Gambit. I bulk up as he Iron Head. He might not Iron Head, but he probably Iron Head. So that's gonna do a ton to me, even with the bulk up. And then he's gonna Sucker Punch the next turn as I Flame Charge. Then he's gonna go to Azu. Actually, that might not do enough. Then he's gonna go to Azu, Aqua Jet. Yeah, I should have went hard Slitherwing, because I wasn't winning if I got Sucker Punched. But he knocked out my. I think what did I do? I went Slitherwing. What did I do versus his Gambit? Oh, that's what it was. I thought I'd die to fucking Sucker Punch from the. That's what it was. I thought I'd die to the Sucker Punch. So my play was to actually switch the fucking Walking Wake out. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have switched the Walking Wake out and gone to Roaring Moon. Because even if he swords then, yep, so that's what the sequence was. So I threw there. So my play was to switch the Walking Wake out. Because I think I was going to, okay, well, it's win-win. If he Sucker Punch, he kills me. If he doesn't Sucker Punch, I kill him and I destroy the rest of his team. But I don't know why I'd assume Walking Wake would die. I don't ever use it, so I don't know the calcs like that. But yeah, I just needed to think that through. Okay, where did that go wrong? The wrong play was not going hard Walking Wake. I mean hard Roaring Moon, because if he doubles back to Vax, then I just taunt him, so he can't Dragon Dance. I taunt him, he has to Glaive Rush, and then I just go back to Walking Wake and Hydro Steam again. Right, he's gonna lose either Valiant. He's gonna either lose Azu or Gambit. If he loses Gambit, If he gives up Gambit, then he's gonna bring in Azu. But that's not ideal either. Because if he brings in Azu, play rush me. The problem is I can't have Azu versus Slitherwing. So my play there was, I think, just to hard switch to Slitherwing. Yeah, so Gambit, if I go... Yeah. If I just hard switch to Slitherwing there, I think there's just no downside. Or I go walk Roaring Moon. As he stays into Sucker Punch, I taunt him. Preventing him from doing any shenanigans. I just keep I guess I could keep DDing until he kills me, and then I get the free switch into Slitherwing. Yeah, and that would solve everything. So yeah, that was the sequence. Sorry, I was like thinking it through my head. So yeah, I didn't play the end game perfectly, and it cost me, which is good. So we learned from that. Good game to Baloney. I think no, it's not Baloney. But yeah, I just had to think that through. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.